Welcome to this video training dealing with a professional mindset, confidence and composure in officiating. Over the next 15 minutes, we'll be exploring something that's fundamental to excellent officiating, not just technical knowledge or rule interpretation, but the mindset and confidence that allows us to perform our best under pressure. Whether you're a team leader managing a crew, or a team member executing your assignment, this training is designed for you. We'll look at 8 practical strategies that help officials at all levels manage anxiety about others' opinions, stay calm in high-pressure situations, and build the kind of confidence that comes from action, not perfection. By the end of this session, you'll have concrete tools to strengthen your own performance and support your crew. Let's begin. Before we dive into the strategies, let's establish why this matters. 4 things happen when officials embrace professional mindset principles. First, confidence strengthens team performance. When leaders are assured and team members trust their own judgment, execution becomes sharper. Athletes feel that authority. Judges work more smoothly. Timing flows. Second, composure manages pressure. High-stakes competitions, state meets, conference, national or world championships, even your first big assignment, all create pressure. Composure isn't about not feeling nervous, it's about managing that nervousness productively. Third, resilience improves with each meet. Every competition teaches you something. Officials who learn from experience, not just from mistakes, get stronger with time. And fourth, shared principles unite leaders and members. When everyone understands these strategies and why they matter, you're not just a crew, you're a team with alignment and purpose. These 4 outcomes don't happen by accident. They happen through intentional practice of the 8 principles we're about to explore. Our first principle might seem obvious, but it's something almost every official struggles with at some point. Most people are absorbed in their own tasks, not evaluating yours. Think about it. When you're at a meet, where is your mental focus? As a starter, you're thinking about the blocks, your timing, your positioning. As a clerk, you're managing cards, checking heats, thinking about the next heat. As a field judge, you're concentrating on the circle, sector, runway or standards. Athletes are thinking about their race. Coaches are focused on their athletes. Meet management is managing logistics. The reality is, most people are too preoccupied with their own responsibilities to scrutinize what you're doing, and that's healthy. For team leaders, before you head to the field of play, remind your crew of this truth. Everyone here is focused on their own job. Let's focus on ours. This simple reminder refocuses anxiety outward, away from self-consciousness and back onto execution. For team members, when you feel like everyone's watching you, remember this, they're not. Isolated mistakes, one late call, one fumble with a card, don't define your competence. Your overall consistency does. This mindset allows you to move past a mistake and execute confidently on the next task. The takeaway, shift your mental focus from am I being judged? To am I executing my assignment well? The latter is what actually matters. Not all criticism is created equal, and learning to filter feedback and advice is an essential skill for professional growth. There's a concept called the man in the arena. It comes from Theodore Roosevelt and applies perfectly to officiating. Imagine you're standing in the arena, taking action, making calls, leading a team. People in the stands can criticize from the safety of their seats. But only the people in the arena, the ones actively working, creating, and risking, understand the complexity of what you're doing. Keep this principle in mind, value feedback and advice from those who understand the process and share your goals. A head starter who's worked hundreds of meets can offer insight that reshapes your technique. A peer who ran the same assignment last week has relevant advice. But a spectator's frustration about a call? A coach who doesn't understand our procedures? That's not feedback worth your mental energy. For leaders, when you coach your crew, be specific and educational. Don't say that was bad. Say, here's what I observed. Here's how we can adjust. Focused advice builds trust and confidence. For team members, accept advice and guidance from informed sources, your team leader, experienced colleagues, referees or mentors actively working in officiating. Set aside commentary from uninformed sources. This doesn't mean being closed-minded, it means being strategic about whose advice you internalize. The takeaway, be selective about whose voice influences your development. Quality feedback and advice from the right sources accelerates growth. Noise from the wrong sources just creates doubt. One of the most powerful mindset shifts an official can make is moving from how am I performing? To how am I serving? Every official, regardless of role, is in a service position. We serve athletes by creating fair competition. We serve meet management by executing our duties reliably. We serve coaches by applying rules consistently. We serve the sport itself by maintaining its integrity. When you reframe your role as service, something shifts psychologically. You're no longer the focus, the service is. This is a liberating feeling. For leaders, your job is to promote teamwork, safety, and meet integrity. When you approach team leadership from a service mindset, how do I help this crew perform their best? Rather than from an authority mindset, you build trust. People follow leaders who clearly care about something bigger than themselves. For team members, demonstrate reliability, respect, and positive communication. These aren't soft skills, they're the foundation of service. When you're reliable, your leader knows they can trust you. When you're respectful, you strengthen the team. When you communicate positively, you lift everyone's performance. This principle addresses anxiety directly. When you're focused on service, you're not focused on whether people are judging you. You're focused on whether you're delivering value. The takeaway: shift your mental frame from "how am I doing?" to "how am I serving?" This single shift can transform your relationship with the work and your confidence in doing it. Perfectionism is the enemy of growth. And growth is what makes you a better official. Here's the reality: nobody executes flawlessly every meet. Conditions change. Athletes do unexpected things. Equipment fails. Rules require interpretation. The officials we respect most aren't the ones who've never made a mistake, they're the ones who've learned the most from their mistakes. Learning is continuous. Reflect on your meets. Talk with colleagues. Review how you executed your responsibilities. Every single meet teaches you something if you're paying attention. For leaders, model growth openly. In your pre-meet briefing or post-meet debrief, discuss what you learned from previous competitions. Share your own development journey. When your team sees that even experienced leaders are still learning, it signals that growth is valued more than perfection. This gives everyone permission to try, fail, learn, and improve. For team members, take the initiative to build your competence. Ask questions. Volunteer for assignments slightly outside your comfort zone. Seek consistent feedback from experienced officials. View every meet as an experiment, a learning opportunity. The most confident officials are often the ones who actively seek out ways to improve, not the ones who coast on what they already know. The distinction is crucial. Perfectionism creates anxiety and stagnation. A growth mindset creates confidence and momentum. The takeaway: emphasize learning over perfection. Create a culture where attempting something challenging and learning from the outcome is celebrated more than executing something easy flawlessly. This is a hard truth. Attempting to please everyone is a path to paralysis. In officiating, you'll make calls that coaches disagree with. You'll enforce rules that frustrate athletes. You'll implement procedures that meet management questions. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong, it's a sign you're making independent, principled decisions. If you're trying to make every coach happy, every athlete happy, every spectator happy, you'll end up making nobody happy, including yourself. You'll be inconsistent. You'll be indecisive. You'll compromise your integrity. For leaders, your authority comes from making principled decisions, not popular ones. A good leader makes rulings based on the rules and the evidence, not on who's happiest about the outcome. Sometimes that means disappointing people, but that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. Your team will respect you more for principled decision-making than for people-pleasing. For team members, support your leader's decisions respectfully, even when your personal opinion might differ. Part of being a strong team member is trusting the leadership chain and the decision-making process. You can have an opinion without publicly undermining the decision. This kind of professionalism strengthens the entire team. The principle applies to self-doubt too. You'll wonder if you're doing things right. You'll question your judgment sometimes. That's healthy reflection, unless it paralyzes you. At some point, you make your best decision based on what you know, and you commit to it. The takeaway: integrity and consistency matter more than approval. Make principled decisions, support them professionally, and move forward. That's leadership at any level. Here's something that might surprise you. Confidence is not something you have before you act. It's something you build through acting. Think about the first time you started a race as a starter. Nervous, right? Uncertain about your positioning, your timing, your authority. But after 20 starts, 50 starts, 100 starts, something shifts. Your confidence grows because you have evidence that you can do this. You've done it repeatedly. You've recovered from mistakes. You've handled pressure. Confidence is not passive. It doesn't come from sitting on the sideline, preparing mentally, and waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from stepping forward, taking responsibility, and then reflecting on what you learned. For leaders, delegate meaningful responsibilities to your crew. Don't protect them from challenges, give them challenging assignments. Trust them to grow. When you delegate and then debrief the experience with them, you're not just distributing work, you're building their confidence and developing the next generation of strong officials. For team members, volunteer for tasks, especially ones that stretch you a little. Volunteer to run a heat you've never run before. Volunteer to coordinate a field event. Volunteer to lead a brief. Each time you step forward, you build evidence that you're capable. That evidence becomes confidence. The role of fear here is important. Fear doesn't disappear through action, it transforms. It becomes focused energy. It becomes the sharpness that helps you perform well under pressure. The takeaway: you build confidence by taking action in small increments. Start with something manageable, execute it well, learn from it, and then step forward again. That's the pathway to genuine, grounded confidence. Track and field officiating evolves. Rules change. Technology advances. Procedures get refined. Facilities adapt. The officials who thrive are the ones who approach these changes with curiosity, not resistance. Curiosity is a professional skill. It means asking, how does this work? And why did we change this? And what can I learn from this? Instead of why do we have to change? Or this is how we've always done it. When you approach new procedures, new technologies, or new interpretations as learning experiments, something important happens. They stop feeling like tests and start feeling like growth opportunities. The stakes feel lower because you're learning, not being evaluated. For leaders, foster curiosity by discussing new procedures, reviewing challenging case studies, and asking your crew for input. Create space where people ask questions. When your team sees that you're curious and learning too, they're more likely to embrace new things and contribute ideas. For team members, approach new duties as learning experiments rather than high-stakes tests of your existing competence. This mindset keeps you engaged and open. You're more likely to try something, see what works, adjust, and improve, which is the actual pathway to competence. Here's the reality: most new things don't work perfectly the first time you try them. That's not failure, that's the learning process. Every attempt gives you feedback. Every small adjustment compounds over time into real skill. The takeaway: curiosity and experimentation are not distractions from your professional development, they're central to it. Create a culture where trying new things and learning from the outcome is normalized and celebrated. Weather delays. Equipment failures. Last-minute schedule changes. Officials who are new to a role sometimes see these as problems that interrupt the real work. More experienced officials see them as exactly where skill and character are built. Here's why: it's relatively easy to execute your duties when everything goes smoothly. Real professionalism shows up when things get difficult, when you have to adapt, problem solve, and stay calm under pressure. These challenge moments are where your crew's capability and cohesion become visible. They're where individuals become a team. For leaders, your most important leadership moments often come during challenges, not during routine operations. When something unexpected happens, your calm, adaptable response sets the tone for your entire crew. If you panic, your crew panics. If you think clearly and respond thoughtfully, your crew does too. These moments are where you build trust and prove your leadership. For team members, use challenges as opportunities to strengthen flexibility and teamwork. When you face a problem as a crew and work through it together, you build confidence in each other. The next challenge will be easier because you've already proven you can handle difficult situations. This reframe also reduces the personal stakes. Instead of "oh no, this is going wrong," you're thinking, "okay, how do we solve this together?" The outcome is the same, you solve it, but your emotional state is very different. You're energized rather than anxious. The takeaway: the obstacles and unexpected situations are not interruptions to your professional development, they're the main event. Approach them as opportunities to demonstrate and build capability. Let's review these 8 principles and think about what we've covered. You're not the focus, your service is. Filter feedback and advice but stay curious. Focus outward, on what you're contributing. Grow, don't perfect. Decide principally, not popularly. Build confidence through action. Approach challenges as experiments. Turn obstacles into growth moments. Every single one of these principles redirects your attention away from whether people are judging you, and toward whether you're executing well, serving effectively, and growing consistently. So, let's bring this all together. All 8 principles point toward one central insight. Confidence grows through service, preparation, and controlled action, not through approval or perfection. When you and your team operate from this mindset, focused outward on fairness, safety, and teamwork, anxiety about others' opinions loses its power. You're too busy doing good work to worry about approval. And here's the beautiful part. When you focus on doing good work, approval tends to follow anyway. But that's not why you're doing it. This is professionalism. This is how we build excellent teams. This is how we serve the sport. Thank you for investing time in your professional development. This training isn't just about managing anxiety, it's about becoming the kind of official our sport needs: confident, principled, curious, adaptable, and focused on service. As you go back to your teams and your competitions, I want to leave you with this. Build the team. Strengthen the sport. That's your role. That's your opportunity. Every meet you officiate is a chance to demonstrate these principles and model them for others. Every team member you develop is someone who will go on to influence the next generation of officials. I encourage you to have these conversations with your teams. These principles aren't meant to live in a training room, they're meant to shape how we work together. Thank you. Now let's go strengthen track and field through officiating excellence.